And we're back again. Part 2. Something vexes thee? That can be taken so many ways right now, right? But as it pertains to those of you who have or who are getting the Hubsan Zino Mini Pro, this would be an attempt to try and make things simpler, so you don't have the headaches, or you're not confused, or the ways that they say it's to be done this way, but sometimes it doesn't work. And I've gone through all of the computations of sequences, and this is what works, just to relieve a few headaches, okay? We're going to get into that. But first, let me leave you with this. You may have noticed, what is the function of a rubber duck? I'll leave you with that, and we'll be back in a moment. I thought you'd like that. What is the function of a rubber duck? Simple. To pick it up and play with it. And how does that relate to the Hubsan Zino Mini Pro, or any drone for that matter? You want to pick it up and play with it. No headaches, no fuss. It is what it is. You just want to have some fun. Get out there, fly, take some good video, enjoy your day. That's what you want to do. So in this video, we're going to try and apply those characteristics to the Hubsan Zino Mini Pro. How do we get the Hubsan Zino Mini Pro to be as stress-free and as easy to use as possible? Okay? Let me put this down. Come right back. Okay, let's get into this. How do we turn a negative into a more positive experience? Okay? You bought the Hubsan Zino Mini Pro, you're happy with it, it's great, you paid the price. Let's get it up in the air, and let's not get too frustrated over all the little things that can go wrong. Let's take a breath and make it better. How can we do that? 2 very important things, okay? Top of the list, buy some good quality cables to connect your controller to your phone. That's number 1. A lot of issues with Hubsan, going back years, has been cables, okay? Don't rely on the ones that they provide you with. Go buy some good ones, okay? Anything for the DJI Mavic Mini or the Mini 2, no, the Mini SE will work fine, okay? Good quality cable, number 1 on the list. Number 2 on the list, very important. This drone's specs say it's capable of so many things. Obstacle avoidance, okay? 200 bit rate, 4K 30, okay? Sport mode, on and on. All kinds of things, okay? If you have them all turned on, the possibility of overheating is imminent. Okay, I've seen a couple of videos about it, okay? But if you're flying and you've got obstacle avoidance turned on, you're in sport mode, it's hot outside, you're filming in 4K 30, and you've got the bit rate turned right up to 200, etc., 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 you watch that little circle in the bottom right-hand corner, that battery and CPU temperature gauge. It's going to go up from green, yellow, orange to red. And it's going to shut off the video feed, or even worse, okay? So if you notice the temperature creeping up, shut something off. Better yet, don't fly with obstacle avoidance unless you absolutely have to, or you think you need it, okay? But the more things you activate, more chances are it's going to overheat. So that's the number 2 thing. Next, I would like to give a shout out to Ali Mansour and his YouTube channel. A couple of days ago, he put up a video that exposed 2 potential extremely dangerous effects that could happen to this drone. Two of them. One, the ribbon cable may come loose to the gimbal. You have lost video feed, okay? Or you have a gimbal error and you can't take off, okay? Second, the GPS signal may be interfered with because of an obstruction that was put there by the manufacturer in some of the drones, okay? So the potential is you're flying and you get an influx of GPS connect, GPS disconnect, connect, disconnect, okay? Potentially very dangerous. If it disconnects and you lose video feed, it's flying blind and it's gone with the wind. If you lose GPS, you have no return to home. You better have a visual line of sight to get it back. Okay? Potentially very dangerous. I do not recommend anybody open up this drone and do it without the express guidance or authority of Hubsan service engineers. And as long as they're absolving you of all liability, go right ahead. Or if you don't care about void and warranties and you like to explore, then take it apart and find out how it works. Great. But the ribbon cable for the gimbal in here, tons and tons of little tiny wires, and your fingers get in there. You can crush a wire. You can do all kinds of things that you shouldn't be doing. So unless they specifically tell you to do that, you send them the files. You've had issues. You've got a good cable, but you've had issues here and there with GPS connect or with a gimbal error or something's not quite right. You've done everything that you can do to make sure you're going to have a healthy flight. Send them the files, let them tell you to do it. Okay? But I wouldn't just dive into checking it. Okay? But again, thanks, Ali Mansour. I was not aware. It was a shock to me. I was intrigued and I was very interested in the video. Okay? I was shocked to find that you would actually do that, but hey, great information. Thanks very much. Okay. So yes, how do we get the Hubsan Zino Mini Pro to perform easily with less headaches? A, get a good cable. B, don't have everything turned on when you do it. Okay. Next thing is updates. Okay. There's a new update for the app and a new update for the firmware. Okay. When you're updating firmware, have the heat shield on. When you're flying, have the heat shield off. Okay? Remember to take the gimbal cover off when you're updating as well. Okay? When you're updating the app, you don't need the controller on. You may connect the controller and it tells you you've got an app update. You can disconnect the controller and do your app update. And when you're finished, you may have to re-sign into your account, and it will revert some of the settings back to default, and you'll just have to go through that again. Okay? Next, when you're updating the firmware on the craft, many of the tutorials indicate that when you get that message on your screen, you simply unplug from the controller and plug it into your drone that's already powered on. No, that won't work. Okay? What you have to do is, excuse me, you'll get the message, you're hooking everything up, you get the message that there's an update for the firmware. Okay, great. It tells you to unplug and plug in. Great. You unplug. If you want, you can turn your controller off at that point. You unplug. Okay. This is already powered on. Your app is running. Turn the app off. You have to turn the app off. Okay. Then you plug into the drone that's already powered on. It will start up the app, start your upgrade, and you're away to the races. It may look like nothing's happening, and 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes may go by, and you don't see anything happening. You see it going up slowly, 75%, 80, 100%, maybe. Don't worry about it. It'll get there eventually, and when it's all complete, you'll hear the chime, and you're complete. You're done. Shut everything off. Restart again. Okay? So, my friend the rubber duck, okay? What's the function of a rubber duck? Just to have fun. Go outside, enjoy the weather, have some fun. Those two things I've mentioned with the Hubsan's Mini Zino Pro, and you'll have less headaches than you had before. Okay? Hope you enjoyed this little video. More positive than the last one. And we'll see you next time. Okay? Bye for now.